I had a pretty typical childhood, typical upbringing. I played outside all the time, and my grandma and grandpa, mom and papa, raised me they played just as big a part in raising me as my mom and dad did. About 8 years ago, right before I started my senior year, my mom and Aunt Vicky, who I'd love to thank, packed me up and sent me to a Christian retreat called The Awakening in Bryan, Ohio. And I went through that, and I met a lot of amazing people, and I decided to accept Jesus Christ into my life. And it was an amazing thing, and it changed me even then. I followed my senior year through, and in late April, early May of that following year, 2013, I was supposed to have gotten baptized here at Lifehouse. But a week before my baptism was actually supposed to happen, my grandfather passed away, and it kind of derailed a lot of things, and for lack of better words, I went off the deep end. I worked all the time, that's all I did. I tried everything in my power to just not think about it. I didn't pray, I didn't talk to God, I did nothing of the sort. And I wound up on the losing end of a string of very unhealthy relationships. One of those jobs I was working, the man I was working for actually ended up introducing to the woman who would become my wife, and that's Katie. She's one of the second person I'd like to thank, because through her, I realized what it was for somebody to truly care for me again, and all my trust issues vanished away. I started a new job several years ago, and it was a coworker that I met who actually introduced me to the Daily Audio Bible. And everybody knows binge watches shows on Netflix. Well, I binge listened to the Daily Audio Bible, and in the paint booth while I was painting, I would listen all day long to passage after passage, and I listened to 3 months of Daily Audio Bible in about 2 weeks. So, and that was the biggest push, really. That played the biggest role in it. Even, I don't want to say bigger than my wife or bigger than my family, but that really drew me back in. And that's when I started to notice changes in myself, and I felt him actually working in my heart. And they always say you be quick to listen and slow to speak. And that put that in me, and it was almost like overnight I noticed that I didn't really like talking to the people that I used to talk to. And I didn't like talking about the things I used to talk to. And I don't know, I feel like that presence in my heart and doing that and making those changes in me is what really led me back to where I am today, and led me back to being able to see what really matters. I don't see the negative in anything anymore. I have my days, don't get me wrong. I get grouchy and I get grumpy and I get aggravated with people, but there's absolutely no reason I can find inside of me anymore to stay mad at anything or anyone. To be able to have that peace and to know that no matter what happens or what you're going through, that none of it really matters, and that God is the only one that truly matters. It's quite liberating, honestly. Finding forgiveness in Jesus, to me, has meant no longer having to fear what others think, no longer having to worry about what others think of me, and being able to put myself, my whole self, out there, and just to truly be myself and let people see me for who I really am. My name is Steele, and I'm here today to publicly declare Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior.